What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Well, he's got too much energy today. I'm too tired, but guys, if you haven't already, please don't forget. Become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. That is free. Hit the bell notification. You'll never know. It'll let you know when we post, when we do live streams, especially because then you can join in on the conversation. Those are really fun to do. You can also join the Superstar VIP. It's growing. You guys are loving it. You get a nice star next to your name. You get entered into giveaways. We just did a bunch of mini brand giveaways. We give away a star in the universe to Granddaddy Crypto. So shout out Granddaddy Crypto for joining the constellation. We will be giving you that star paperwork this week, along with Veve Hearts constellation. So we're gonna do another one end of this month. So make sure that you guys are in the VIP if you want to be entered into that. Once you enter, you will be in at least one giveaway for the star. Shout out to all of the VIPs who are already in the VIP. We always appreciate all your support. It helps us keep it going. It gives us motivation to keep posting every single day. Believe it or not, you guys are actually helping with that, especially when the market conditions are how they are. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. On Twitter, you'll find our VV profile. You can follow us there, and we will follow you back whenever we log in there. And also, we have a Discord in the description, and we have a PO box in the description. Shout out OG Growler hooking us up with some wall art comics, amazing Scotty Young covers. Fantastic. We're very greatly appreciated, and that's why you're in the Superstar Hall of Fame now. We got to buy some frames or something like that to be able to hang it up because we don't want those to get damaged.
We have like so many amazing superstars. There are so many legendary superstars, but there's only 2 in the Hall of Fame as of right now. So we got 2 in the Hall of Fame right now. So we gotta think of something for that.
You don't have to buy us stuff, guys. Like we wouldn't mind even seeing like some hand art, some crafts, something that you guys do. I mean, I think
there's supposed to be some wood. We got some wood stars coming, right?
And I think we got friendship bracelets in the mail coming too. So I think we got some homemade stuff, which is pretty cool. I think that put you in the Hall of Fame for sure. So if you want, really check out that PO box in the description. Also, let's go through our Twitter. You're going to see some fun stuff on this one today, but we did finally do the giveaway for the Picasso. We gave away 10 more NFTs. Shout out Picasso for always giving back to the community. A very simple to enter was this one. You just have to change your profile picture, put a comment below, and just follow us and retweet. It was really simple. We gave around, I think I ended up giving away 11 because there was 11 entries. I said, you know what? Everyone wins. So really easy, really cool. And it's got like Disney IP, Twitter IP, and he's got his own little World Cup football stuff. So it was cool. It was a cool giveaway, and we gave them all the way today. Everybody's been fulfilled. And here's a bunch of people showing off what they got.
They're just sick. They're just sick.
He's an amazing artist. And look, like even Bob Sales changed his profile picture. Do you believe it?
I don't know
he won 3 giveaways, and he said the third one he's going to give it away. And instead, he changed his profile picture and he kept it because it was too cool. And that's what you get with Picasso.
Didn't he have a drop head? He used to have a drop head.
Yeah, he's a big supporter of the community. Very big supporter. And I'm sure that as things come out, he will continue to support. So that's really cool. This was funny. The Gale tweeted this out. I'm in NFTs for the art. You got one guy sliding down. I'm in NFTs for the tech. And together, they all end up at I'm in NFTs for the money. And I think that couldn't be more true.
Listen, guys. I remember this debate, investing, collecting. And then we had some people say they're collecting, but I think everyone is in it for the investing. I think, honestly, when it comes down to it, the utility, like, okay, it's kind of nice. You could take a photo with it. But ultimately, if you're here for the long run, you're here for the investing aspect because you're not trying to decorate anything right now. You're not at that point yet in the technology that you're actually in it for the art. Like, why are you in it for the art? You can't even use it really.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, especially now until we have a VV-verse or something. Or you can see someone else's showroom.
Art will have its time. Until then, it's for the money.
And if you're a collector, you're just a long-term investor, in my opinion. Shout out Comics and Crypto. They're doing crazy giveaways. Like this is crazy. They're teaming up with Elite Comics, giving away Ultimate Fallout #4. You all know this is an A-tier comic, I think, on Sleeping Comics' website, right?
Yeah, that's right.
VV rank. So pretty cool. I think you should enter this contest. I think it's free. You just click this link and you can enter. They're doing it, I think, for the Comic-Con. Here's some more giveaways that we did. And another look at this. Another, I guess there it is in the top left there, but this is basically their big time to give away. They actually partnered with Veve on some of these. I think the penguin might be from their personal stash, so we don't know what edition number that will be, but Veve commented below saying that they will airdrop whoever wins the Veve stuff. So I think this
Cool.
penguin for sure will be coming from their collection. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And the one that made my day was our our pal Puddin Cheeks, who I met up with in Florida, and I obviously inspired him. He says, "Inspired by my buddy Joe, Justin Timberlake, better look out. We are bringing sexy pack bonus points for the short shorts." So it looks like he picked up a fanny pack. It says Universal on it if you can't see it. But
well, I think we know our outfit now for Decon Anaheim. I think we're gonna
if
wear.
You're not wearing a fanny pack when you come up to us in Decon. I mean, are we even friends? Are you even a superstar?
Do we have to buy pink fanny packs now?
Oh my god! I don't know. Maybe we gotta make superstar fanny packs. What do you guys think? Superstar fanny packs next merch idea?
Maybe.
I replied, "I'm officially a trendsetter, but you're rocking it better than me," and I think that's true. Even the T-shirt, Sugar Daddy with Homer and the underwear.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Can't beat that in front of the Hard Rock. I mean, I'm sure everyone walking around there was definitely not staring. Yeah, so that was our Twitter. Now, in terms of Veve, they had this drop for 60th anniversary of 007. Did you go for this, Rob?
Absolutely not.
Did it sell out?
I have no idea. We decided a long time ago that we weren't going to even touch that.
Yeah, it's actually, they're holding retail, which is unbelievable to me. I don't know.
That's not bad.
Well, some of them are like in the 30s, but I saw one of them was like 41, 42. But it's because I don't think too many of them actually got bought from the store, so there's not that much supply.
I just not interested into James Bond. Like I know that he has like that IP has a following. Some people are saying that they just haven't showed up yet, but it's just not for me. Maybe the generation a little bit older, maybe. I don't know.
I just checked one of the posters and it seemed like 600 editions of them, like 1900 were purchased. So if everything's evenly split, they actually sold more than I expected them to, but they definitely didn't sell out, and some of them are going above box.
Yep. That's pretty interesting because I guess for the people who did go for it, they're probably serious about completing the set. So obviously, if you get one of the secret rares, you're gonna take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, I think they're all ultra rare except the airdrop. But yeah, it's gonna be like 7x40. It's expensive. It's not cheap. Then Daredevil. This is tomorrow's drop. I mean, I don't know. This drop here, it's got me boggled. Why don't you pull up what we got as a comparable, and we'll give our quick price prediction, and then if we're going to go for it.
I guess he reminds us a little bit of the Silver Surfer. Yeah. Silver Surfer actually has 6,100 mints. Very, very similar. I think it was 5,900 for the Daredevil. Now, it's a little bit. I think we could debate on what's the better IP. Before Veve, if you asked me the better IP, I would have been like, who's Silver Surfer? Like, it's definitely going to be Daredevil. But after being educated a little bit on how important Silver Surfer is and the potential he has in the MCU, maybe this is going to actually be either a little bit better than the Daredevil or at par. So this is trading at 52 gems. We can see that Daredevil might also trade something close to that. Store price here was 60. What was another Daredevil again? 60 as well?
The Daredevil box, I have it here. It's 50, so a little bit cheaper to purchase.
You're at the line. So maybe the psychology of it going, the listed price being 50, maybe it'll dip under to 45, 40. I still think it could hold its weight. There's only one, right? Yeah,
there's only one pose. It's first appearance. It's a bigger character. I mean, everybody knows that the comic book does really well in real life. That's why it's an A tier for Sleeping Comics. I actually really think that the Silver Surfer collectible looks a lot cleaner. You got it up on your screen here, and here's the Daredevil. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you guys have, though. I like the other one better. I think that there's more use cases for it. You can put it in water, like in an AR photo or whatever. And this one, I don't really like the pose. I don't like that he's like leaning over with the nunchucks or whatever he's got going on, or sticks, kendo sticks. I don't know what those are. And also, like, I knew Silver Surfer before Veve. Daredevil, I heard of him, but like there's also like that Daredevil that's like a motorcycle guy.
We were the opposite. Because Daredevil, he does kind of give me Elektra vibes. He gives me some vibes of Elektra, but
and that might hurt it. That might hurt it. The fact that Elektra is so like bashed on, like the fact that then this is the same IP.
Doesn't it give you that same feel though? I mean, obviously they're both red. Yeah. The abs look a little bit. I mean, like, he looks pretty jacked, but
I think that he's better than Elektra, but I don't like the pose. How do you use this?
He's better. I don't know. I remember when you were away, I did a whole video on why we need more poses, actually.
Yeah, I love that video, by the way. Shout out K Collections for coming up with that idea where you like click on the thing and it changes the pose. Like, that's amazing. Why aren't we doing that? That's how it should be, I think.
That way you get the best of both worlds. You get one collectible that you can then actually use 5 different poses, and it's animated.
If you want to keep it where it's 5 separate poses, every time you buy one, then you just need to put one down and you click it and it switches the poses. You don't got to put down a different entirely different collectible. Maybe you just buy the pose rather than a new collectible.
That's interesting. Add-on. You basically mod it. You mod the collectible for a different pose. Wow, this is possible. It's possible.
I think we come up with great ideas.
I think so.
Okay, so I think that's it for the news. I didn't see much else on Twitter. I wasn't really on it today too much, but the title of the video, you guys see, it is there's still ways to make money on Veve, and I think that a lot of them are very similar, but there's a couple different things that we've thought of. So Rob, why don't you get us started, and I'll chime in here and there.
Let's start off by talking about Decon Anaheim, and we're seeing this right now with New York. And what we were thinking is, a lot of the times these events that happen, you actually seem to have an inflated price movement on some of the collectibles with the artists there. Now, I know I've done this myself. It's obviously one thing that we talked about is getting more eyes on it, because they talk about the artist. You're going to actually meet the artist behind the collectibles. And I've done it. When we interviewed Ron English, for the 3 days before the interview, I was buying Ron English collectibles and posting photos with them. I wouldn't be surprised if before these big events, people are actually purchasing the collectibles to use them. And as you mentioned before in the stream, it's also the fact that it has more eyes, more hype, and people are now looking at them. And you see it in the price movement, right? Like, here's an example of where September, you had in the time right around September in London, you had a pump in the price, and it did come back down, but it came back down higher than where it started. Yeah. We see it as well with the Neapolitan thing, where in the September range, as London came and approached, it then had its pump and then it pulled back. We see it as well with the Voltura, right? This is a little bit later on, but in August it was down and it had a little bit of a pump going past the London period of time. Yeah. Massive spike, and now it's coming back down. So I don't know exactly, what's going on. It doesn't seem to always line up perfectly with the day before the event. Sometimes the event has to happen, and then a week or two might go by. We see it a little bit later. Sometimes you see it at the event, but it seems to be that there's a minor hype cycle starts with some of these collectibles that are going to be, related to the next Decon event that's coming.
And it's obvious. I mean, I got another one pulled up here. Today we had the New York poster, which did terrible. I went for it. But the Spider-Man poster from San Diego, look at the run-up. Look at the lead-up. People knew that Comic-Con, it's a fixed date. Just like Decon's going to be a fixed date. Comic-Con, people are going to start looking at Marvel items, things that came out at the last Comic-Con. This was one of the items, and especially once they started to announce the poster, which I think probably was announced around here, the 3rd or the 4th, you see the rockets. But it's some things you can predict, and I know Rob has a list there. So Comic-Con might be a little bit too late for the run-up, the lead-up to Comic-Con, because now we're in Comic-Con today, tomorrow, next day. But here you can see with this chart here, basically gained $10, which is like 30% in this is September 29th, and we're at October 5th, and you gain 10%. So it's kind of a big deal if you have multiples of these, if you're anticipating it. So this is something that you can do because these dates are fixed on these cons. So this is the first way that we're thinking that you can make money still, is look at when the cons are, look at maybe who's going to be at the con or what drops you might anticipate. A lot of it will be speculation on your part, but if you intelligently think about it, there is opportunity to make money by picking these up. Maybe it looks like maybe you had to pick it up a week ago, this one, and you would have been okay. And you knew New York Comic-Con was coming out, and during the Comic-Con, people are going to be thinking about what came out in the last Comic-Con. That's when they start to look at these things again.
Yeah, and Designer Con is another one. And if I pull it back up here, like I think they're still working out the schedule exactly of like who's going to be doing what at what time, like what time someone's doing signing, what time someone's doing a speech. Yeah. But you can take a look at the sponsors. We know we're going to have Lincoln Design, so
had that before. Good. Yep.
So we have the skateboards there. We know we're going to have the Mighty Jacks.
which we had Eve on the app as well from Mighty Jacks. We have also seen the physical of her, so maybe that's one you want to watch leading up. This is what I mean, like leading up to kind of maybe look for a lull. This is obviously none of this is financial advice. It's just opportunity that you might not be thinking about. That's been pretty consistent if you look through past events and things like that.
Yeah, it's nothing's ever guaranteed. We're just trying. The market right now for a flipper is really, really hard to capitalize. This is absolutely not a flipper's market. The market is purely bearish. It continues to tank. So where can you find some opportunity? The only way is to maybe play some kind of minor hype cycle, which seems to follow events. So that's why we're saying that at least in the near term, November we're going to have a DesignerCon event. We actually haven't purchased any DesignerCon collectibles at all. So we haven't taken advantage of this. This is a thought. We wanted to make a video, share our thought with the Veve fam. Let us know below what you guys think. If you agree that this is a strategy you can use to actually capitalize and flip in a market that's almost completely unflippable.
Do you have the artist list there somewhere?
The problem with the artist list, I'll pull it up. So they're still working on it, right? Like vendors coming soon. So you don't really have the full list of vendors. If you go to show info, you go to schedule, it's a little bit misleading because it has the dates from the last event. But like
that might be last year's, yeah.
But it's gonna be the same dudes. Like you got Lincoln Design here. You're gonna see them again.
So do your research. This is gonna be updated hopefully, and it'll be more accurate as you get closer. And that's when you kind of maybe want to look at things, because think about it. When you get to the decon, it happened with London decon. Rob showed a couple of examples. People start to look at the previous decon drops. They start to look at it just because you're talking decon, and then people start to search decon for their current decon drops, and then they find the old decon drops, and there's more eyes on it. So it's just naturally going to go up in price. Now, another thing that might not be related, like these are events. This is like one segment of how you can maybe make some money on Veve. Also, think about like seasons. Like, what about when Christmas comes back? We got a bunch of Christmas collectibles on the app from last season. Are they going to do better in this Christmas season? People might want to be using them, like Rob said. He loves to buy things to take pictures of for Twitter. Maybe people are going to be doing that. Who knows what we're going to have out, if we're going to have our first edition of Veveverse or whatnot. But maybe Groot or some of these, Deadpool, maybe these things might have a minor pump. But like, the thing is, I think also what's prudent is if you do make purchases in anticipation, you have to have your stuff listed and hope that it gets swept up. Yeah. This is something that happened to me recently. I bought the fireworks, the Secret Rare fireworks from Hong Kong, and I paid like 100 something for it, and I listed it. I'm like, whatever, if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And somebody wanted my mint or something, and it sold for like 350, and the floor was 200. So if you don't list, you're never going to get your money. First of all,
put it up there, right?
You got to be watching the market all the time. Yeah.
Just got to put it up there and hope for the best. And so this is just one example. I like the Christmas idea. It's very possible that because another time it could pump. We don't really have that many Halloween collectibles. Maybe you got some comics that might do well. I haven't heard much about Werewolf by Night, but Halloween is coming up. It'd be cool if we get a few Halloween collectibles. Yeah. I think that's it for that one. So
I think there's another thing that we don't think about, and we've seen it happen multiple times, is that there's whale pumps on this app. So if you get into some of these more sought after collectibles, right now they're taking a beating, and you might see them drop in price more drastically. So these might be a little bit more risky, but like the Todds, the golden moments that people are really seeking, those get swept up from time to time. If you're paying attention to the markets, if you're like a crypto pro who's always looking at markets and market prices, he knows the boundaries. Now you got a Ecomi Wiki, amazing tools. You can even draw lines on it and see like, okay, where does it drop down to and bounce up? Where are whales buying this at? I think you're going to see it more prominently in like more sought after items. But if you're able to kind of understand the collectibles and where they like to play in between what boundaries, then you'll have a better idea when you're buying and hoping for a sweep. And the thing is, with those big ticket items, if you have to hold them long term, like you're really not killing yourself, because it's something that people love on the app. And really, if they do very badly, then the app is going to be in trouble more than anything. If a Todd's going to go to $100 or $50, then they're going to have big issues.
Well, speaking of Todd, I remember that. Do you remember that question? Will Todd hit 10,000 before hit the 1,000?
I think it went under 1,000. I think so. Check.
It probably at one point it's there. It's gonna happen. Like
I think it did. I think I seen it at 900 something. Let's check.
it's not surprising at all. Like it's definitely gonna drop under 1,000. Todd can continue to drop.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the bear market is a long one. It's probably gonna last beyond this year. So I mean, you can't be scared to buy a Todd though, because like you said, there are bull runs.
And whales are going to come to Todd. They're going to come to the
Right?
partner statue.
It's a good point. Like if you buy a Todd with the intention to flip, I think you might have decent odds that a bull run can bring you back above your listed price or the price that you purchased that, and then you can flip in that moment. You have to just know that you need to flip. Because the last bull run, people refuse to flip, right?
Looks like it didn't go under 1,000 yet. It was close. I thought I seen it, but maybe not. Maybe it was listed and nobody bought it.
Yeah, no, it might have been listed, not purchased, but it's on its way down. Last 11.99 was the last purchase. 6 hours ago.
I love that new update with the mint numbers and everything.
Yeah, it's sick. You can actually see
crazy.
The mint number, and we're gonna get only more of this. This is only the beginning. We should be getting more and more of this as time goes on.
And the metadata, I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy what you're going to be able to do now. You're going to be able to see who's buying what. If Todds are getting picked up by whales, you're going to be able to link it to wallets and stuff. Crazy.
A 522 sold for 1,400.
Yeah.
Number 522.
And those were released in order of mint. So that's like literally one of the first 500 Todds.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's pull that back up. So guys, let us know below your thoughts on today's video. Do you feel that these strategies could be effective? Are you going to be able to flip in a market that's almost unflippable by targeting events, targeting, seasons, targeting grails in hopes for a bull market? Do you think that these can be things that if you actually implement them in your strategy, you can actually profit in the VV market? Or is this just completely out of whack, too risky? You're not going to even bother trying it. Just stick to collecting and holding. So I think we have no giveaways right now, right, Joe?
No more Disney getting mini brands.
If you haven't already, don't forget, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, and hit that bell button so that you do not miss what we come up with. We post every single day. We respond to every comment, but we're a little bit behind. And just make sure you know every single day when we post so you can see the latest news on VV. Also, become Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month, as much utility as possible. Who knows? Maybe we'll get you first dibs on some fanny packs, right? Some Superstar money fanny packs. I don't know. But definitely any merch that we come up with in the future, you get first dibs on. Stars beside your name. Spreadsheets that could be used for drops. Spreadsheets could be used for sweeping floors. Our buys and sells will advertise for you if you let us know. Star naming at the end of the month. Whatever we can do, we're keep trying to come up with new ideas to bring new utility. So if you want to join, we're going to try to make it worth every penny. Thank you all so much for your support. We will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.